All right, Insane. I don't trust your scouts. Guess what, buddy? I don't either. But we're gonna hope. We're gonna hope that they prove themselves. Texky, what's going on too? We're gonna hope that they prove themselves. As we'll take a look. Ooh, a Fenway Park home run derby. If it helps my mom, and it helps my mom works at the arena. Fair enough. I didn't know that. It's cool as shit. St. Louis's Pete Alonso leading the way for the old home run derby this year. One of these days, we might have a player. Didn't have a computer for 2 weeks. Damn. You didn't tell me that. I thought you told me everything. I thought we were best friends. You think you know a guy. You think you know a guy. Who was our all-star this year? That is the question. Unfortunately, it's not our rookie closer, which scares me. It is 51 overall Alejandro Espinoza, who was not actually ours. I wouldn't mind if he was. Yeah, shout out to Alejandro Espinoza and his 19 RBIs and 233 batting average. All right. Here we go. The first day. Just got my new one in. 232 gig RAM. Hey, more PC gaming for the Texky then, is what I'm hearing. All right. Lot of pressure. Lot of pressure to deliver here with these picks. A lot. Starting off with DJ Hamlin, our 7th overall pick. I'm going to offer him his bonus demand and try to go way under slot value. And we get our 7th overall pick, Mr. Hamlin. God, please be good. David Sanchez, who we took in round 2, the real boomer bust first baseman. We'll offer him the money that he's looking for. He declines that initial offer. That's a shame. Taxi, I remember every time I get like incremental upgrades for my PC, and then I'm just like, how did I live? How did I even live life previously? Johnny Gelman. We'll offer you what you're looking for. He says no as well. Bastard. Anybody else who I can offer an initial deal to? Jose Lima, who we took in the 5th round. Jose Lima's on. We still have a long way to go, though. Let's start working on third baseman Guzman here. And to be honest, we can get Sanchez out of there and bring in someone else. Have an i5 in the living room. It feels like one of those Macs we used to have a computer. You didn't love those color, you know how like the N64 had multiple colors and Macs had like their own version of the N64 color schemes? You didn't love using those in computer lab back in elementary school? Ours are blue and green. Yes, ours too. Transparent color Mac. Exactly. Those were the days. Those were the days. I tell you. Let's get Joe Dale in there. Try to boost up his interest in us. We are again going to have our work cut out for us. Again, last year, we had a third baseman who refused to sign with us. No right click on the Mac. I'll never get one. All right, let's get these guys out of here for the moment because we cannot offer them contracts. And we will start off with you two. First and foremost, David Sanchez. I will again offer you what you're looking for. Bastard. Mr. Gelman, I'll offer you the slot value. Fuck. All right, those two are not being very helpful. Not at all. I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little bit worried about our ability to sign all of these players. It's going to be close like it was last year, but this feels like an even more important draft. I can't offer Howie a deal yet. No one else is at 50%. David Sanchez, I'll give you what you're asking for. There we go. Thank you, Mr. Sanchez, and please be amazing. Mr. Architect, I love you. Let's offer Mr. Gelman a bit of money. Yes, okay. That brings us down to the final 3. We got to put Guzman in that top spot to bump up his interest. The final three, which unfortunately includes the 36th overall pick, Howie Galloway. We need to sign him ASAP, man. Again, another big shout out to our boys in Newfie Bullet and Mr. Terrio. If you're not following either of those two, what's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? I'm going to play more Plate Up with Terrio soon. It's going to be fun. That game's amazing. All right, Joe Dale. Oh my God, look at that listed potential on Joe. Guys, Joe Dale going to be an A overall? Or an A potential? That's what I meant. Joe Dale has signed. 2 players left. Can't send either of them a deal right now. People still play NHL 23. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? All right, Howie, we got to get you signed, buddy. Declines our initial offer. We got a couple days left to negotiate here. Mr. Galloway has signed. One dude left, the left fielder Esteban Guzman. I can just max out the offer. And we signed our entire class. No drama this year in terms of signings. We have confirmed every single player we just drafted will be with the team for a significant amount of time moving forward. The question now, how good are the players that we brought in as Willy Adames gets traded for a shortstop named Victor Acosta and a catcher named Casey Hanna, sentenced to Pittsburgh. And Andreas Munoz was traded for Alberto Cabrera and Cy Britton. Today's the deadline to sign picks. We are good. So chat, here we go. Here we go. Did we get it right? We start off with the outfielder, DJ Hamlin. I mean, he's okay. He's not a slam dunk, though, at 7th overall. He's okay. He can't hit worth a fuck. But 18 years old, 64 overall, B potential. That's not that bad. He's fast as hell. Decent fielding and arm stats to start off. He's okay. But, yeah, not... Again, second year in a row that we didn't win the lottery, first and foremost, despite being the worst team in baseball. We had the 3rd pick last year, the 7th pick this year, and we ended up with about equal players in terms of starting level. They're okay, but they're not home runs. And I got a feeling we passed on somebody else. But based off of the information that we had, Hamlin looked to be the best option. Did we make up for it with the closer? Kind of. I mean, Galloway's a 70 overall at 21 years old, but he is only a B potential instead of an A. But again, we got these two guys, 7th and 36th overall. I'm pretty happy with that. And Galloway, again, is just... He has a cannon of an arm. An absolute cannon. So, like a certified Nick Cannon, just... just blasting away. I mean, shit, Nick Cannon has like, what, a dozen kids? So fuck's sake. All right, David Sanchez, unfortunately, did end up being a C potential. Fuck, we were really hoping that would be a B, and you can tell as to why. 21 years old, 74 starting overall, switch hitter. Unfortunately, he does not have that higher potential. He should still be good for us, but... Damn, if only he was a B potential, that would have been a home run pick. 3 very good picks. 3 very good picks. None of them like, oh my God, we just won the draft. So, that's, it wasn't bad. It's not a bad start to the draft. It can still get better. It doesn't. Unfortunately for Guzman, yeah, he's mid. He is mid. That's a shame. That's a shame. All right. By the way, whoops. I mean, oh my God. Well, again, we looked at Guzman, kind of mid. Johnny Gelman, whatever you prefer, is trash. A 44 overall at 22 years old. Sir, I hope you got a college degree to fall back on. Fuck. Jose Lima, mid. It's a mid reliever. That overall is too low for his age. Joe Dale. That overall is pretty damn low. He might hit the majors by the time he's 30. All in all, not the draft that we needed. We get more good additions that will certainly improve the depth of the team. I would still say we do not have that superstar to build around. We just don't have that superstar to build around. All good additions, but not a home run. Let's take a look at the other options here. So Ken Beam is the direct comparison to Hamlin. 1864-83, 1866-87. We should have gone for Beam. Although, again, I stand by it. Hamlin's the better fielder. Like, in terms of I'd stand by it. Beam sucks as a fielder. Like, he has, obviously, amazing speed. He might develop some power, but that's it. Whereas, again, DJ Hamlin might end up essentially being like a Jason Hayward type. So, I don't hate it. They also got Greg Lozano, who's a big-time project in right. I mean, even if you're a left fielder, though, I want you to have a bit of an arm. And then Steven Fierro is a very good C potential pick for them. And at the very end, they got a huge project catcher and Pierre Nance. Will take forever to develop, but he just might. Diamondbacks took Cito Amasa. Overall's kind of low for his age. Joe Gillis is awesome. Joe Gillis is a very good pick. Yeah, I mean, if he's a Kevin Kiermaier clone, I'm okay with that. Not a great draft for the Diamondbacks. Rockies, Darrell Luther is solid. Adrian Zavala is solid. Two very good picks for them, actually, to start off. Molina's not bad. Vargas isn't bad. Quintana's a little bit low of an overall. Not a bad draft. That's probably the best draft I've seen from the Rockies yet. And it didn't even have to be an elite draft. Dodgers took third baseman Elias Hampton. Very solid. Alfredo Perez in second. Very good. And Johnny Harrington's not bad either. So a decent little draft there for the Dodgers with some projects. Eric Peck. I think I'd rather have Hamlin than Eric Peck at first base. Peck's not bad, though. And there is Eric Pena. 18C66 versus 21C74. We were all right either way. We made the right choice, though, to take Sanchez. And late in the draft, they got first baseman James Pierce, who is not that bad. Not great, but not that bad. San Fran took Gary Leal. He's fine. Mr. Salas is fine. Richard Kang is fine. Not too bad. Baltimore, oof. Good for a C potential as far as not good for a first rounder. And then that other reliever, Clinton Weaver. So obviously we did better that they took Weaver. We got the better option. A couple of C potential guys from there. Nothing too crazy. Boston, oof. It's a good third round pick. Cepeda, oof. Santos, Blair. They had a bunch of okay picks, basically. No amazing picks for Boston. Johnny Ramirez. Again, I got to be honest. Right now, Upton's looking, or not Upton, excuse me. Hamlin's looking okay. Hamlin's looking okay. I mean, again, Ramirez isn't bad, but they're pretty much a comparison, and say what you want about the first base power, but I think we did all right. DJ Upton. Oh no, gotta be honest. It was I was on Twitter earlier and I saw a picture of Deke Slayer. He was at the Diamondbacks game today, and someone in front of him was wearing an Upton jersey. I got a good laugh out of it, so it's just kind of been on my mind. Not an elite draft for the Yankees, but not abysmal. A lot of low overall guys who have to develop. Tampa took Johnny Huntley. Thank God we didn't. Thank God we didn't. Let's see. Anybody else notable? Leo Mota's not bad. Toronto. Oof. Blue Jays. Oof. When Esquivel is your best player. Cameron, I mean, solid, and honestly, it's looking like an even better draft as we continue to go along. Did I get fucking bitten by something? What the fuck? I did. What the hell would have bitten me? Fuck. Fucking fly in here? Was there a spider on me? Fuck. Randomly have first bug bite of the year. Love to see it. Fucking love to see it. I'm trying to like look around, scope around, see if anything's out there. White Sox, Oliver Quevedo, very, very good. Pedro Benitez, very, very good. Really good for a C potential. And Byron Rodriguez. Hell of a project at 20 years old. I don't know, I haven't seen a mosquito yet. I have seen some like fruit flies and shit. I got the fucking like itchy fucking tingling feeling in my skin now. Fucking hate it. Hate it. Cleveland, Jared Mahler is kind of shit. That age, that overall. Fucking yikes. Dan Edney is okay. Graves isn't bad. Not a great draft for them. Detroit. Carmen Marquez is pretty fucking good. Willie Rosado. And they're project players, but they're pretty damn good. If one of their final few picks was a bit better, that would have been a destruction of a draft by taking 3 straight right fielders for Detroit. Kansas City took the center fielder George Griffin. We did not take him, and I got to be honest, again, comparing him to Hamlin, I stand by it. I stand by it. I'd much rather have Hamlin than George Griffin. There is Jesus Perez, who looks phenomenal, though. And Rodney Pepper for a C potential is great. So is Vigil. Decent draft there for Kansas City. Minnesota. Oof. Minnesota. Houston. Again, some decent players here and there. Angels took Fiorentino. Very glad we didn't. Honestly, as we've gone on, and Reeves isn't that bad, but we have an equivalent player. As we've gone on, I felt better about our draft. There's Jon Snow. He ended up not being all that bad. Little Herring laid on. Seattle took that third baseman, Vern Dickerson. I mean, he wouldn't have been bad, but I feel like we did good with Hamlin, unless there's one guy who's going to ruin it for me. I feel like we did pretty good. Texas really struggled. The Braves really struggled. Like, really struggled. That was their best player right there, Eloy Malanca. Miami took Ezra Fernandez. Very good pick. Jose Villarreal. Very good pick. Jay Stoitsiadis. Very good pick. Giancarlo Santo. Very good pick. Jesus Christ, Miami. Save some starting pitching for the rest of us. The Mets. Wow, what a pick for the Mets. 30th overall to get Casey Ray. Not bad. And to get this guy, Lloyd Swain, as a C potential. Good for the Mets. Shit. That's a pretty damn good draft. The Phillies got an F, and the F is for Philadelphia. Oh, my God. Washington, Henry Guzman, phenomenal pick. Dropped off a little bit from there. Chicago. Oof. Manoso. Wow, what a terrible, terrible draft for Chicago. Cincinnati. Not great. Murillo's not bad for a C potential. Santiago's got a long way to go. Andy Finley's that. Wow, that might be the steal of the draft right there. Good for Andy Finley. That's the steal of the draft right there. The fact that guy's a B potential. Milwaukee, Henry Meza. Very good, but I'm not, depressed that we didn't get first overall to get him. It would have been nice, but honestly, we did pretty well for ourselves. We did. I don't know if we had the best draft, but we had one of them. Top 10, really top 5, maybe like somewhere top 10 at the very least. That was a pretty damn good draft for us, really. That wasn't bad. Unlike our team, which is still very bad, but we will move on. Continue to see how many wins we get for this year. Again, we are pretty much, once again, guaranteed to have the #1 overall pick, or at least the #1 odds. In terms of September call-ups, we will again get Coronado some Major League playing time. And we have some injuries that we're dealing with. So let's go through this really quickly. So Wilkes has been playing in AAA, and McCauley's been playing in double. He broke his leg. So we don't have anything else to worry about. We could actually get Dominic Wilkes. 72 overall. Let's get Dominic Wilkes some Major League time to round out the season. Let's do it. And we'll call that guy up to AA because of the injury. First base. Obviously, we don't have Sanchez in there yet, but we do have Ramirez. Unfortunately, it is slow, steady development this year. Damn. So, yeah, nobody to call up. Second base, Corey Wills. I got to be honest, I don't think we're going to do anything there either. We don't have a natural third baseman on the roster yet. Shortstop, Fernando Flores. Let's bring you up to AAA to round out the season. Calderon, I'm going to keep you in single. Let's drop that dude down to double. Then the outfield. Of course, now we have Guzman in left, although he's not technically there yet. Center field, Lewis Courtney. We'll bring you up to AA. We got a lot of Major League injuries in the outfield. And then Gaucho is still in single. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's call up this dude to the majors. AAA can be 1. Oh, God. 2, 3, and 4. And AA is 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll bump that guy up. And then for the pitchers, honestly, Bobby Tom Brady. Bobby Tom, I think, is going to get the chance on the Major League roster to round out the year. And I don't think we really have to change anything else. I don't think we do. Can send that guy to AAA. Costa in double, still fine. Strickland in double. There we go. Finally. So let's get like Miranda in double. Hidalgo. Martins. Elliott can stay in single. So we'll have a couple other changes to make here. Bobby Thomas 3 and 14 in AAA, I'm sure. Well, I mean, yeah, but think about the team in front of them. Like, you're never going to expect a good record. Honestly, Kenny Watts deserves a chance as well. Shout outs. I'm guessing it could be. It could be Peter 08. It could be Petro 8. I'm going to go with Petro. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let's get Ken Watts onto that higher roster. And Howard O'Neill can be in triple. So We got to send down one major league reliever. It can be this dude. And we're looking a little bit better. Send down a couple dudes real quick. There we go. Rosters are pretty much set then for the rest of this season. Let's sim a day. And actually, back over to user settings, I think we can start being a little bit more hands-on with some of the lineup and rotation stuff. So yeah, Coronado, Bobby, Tom Brady as the top relievers. Fielder and Watts as the setup man and the closer. I don't know how much game time they'll get, given those circumstances, but we can try. AA-wise, Johnny DeCosta is the top guy. Let's get Strickland in as the reliever. Set the rest of those guys up as just natural options. Trying to make sure everyone gets a little bit of playing time. And then, yeah, lineup-wise, Dominic Wilkes is going to be hitting third, which is very, very good. AA-wise, just making sure no one's on the bench. Okay, we should be good. We should be. Elevate some of our younger players a little bit to round out this season. And we did lose somebody to injury, unfortunately. Go back to the 40-man. Randomly call up Jonathan Bermudez, because who the hell cares? 15 wins for us. And, of course, right as we do that, somebody comes back from injury. GG's. Just randomly send down Villalobos. Who the hell cares? AAA Ball Club wins 33 games. AA Ball Club wins 44. As we finish with 19 wins on the season. Congrats to those who bet the under. You got the job done. And that is our 4th season with the Pirates. Done and dusted. Yankees play the Rays. You got Seattle, Cleveland with Chicago and Baltimore. The first round bye. Cincy plays Atlanta. San Diego plays Milwaukee. St. Louis and Philadelphia. Oh, wait. So the Yankees, despite the Vladdy signing, in the wild card. To look at our... Ooh, Coronado got hurt. That's not good. I was going to say, to look at our player developments. Bobby Tom Brady up to a 75. He will be on the Major League roster starting next year. He will be. Coronado, elbow tightness, so that's not too bad. How did Bobby Tom do? 5 appearances? Bobby Tom got lit up, is what happens. How did Coronado do? A little bit better. So good, bad, somewhere in between for his three options there. Delgado's up to a 73, which is fantastic. You have Johnny DeCosta up to a 65. He's probably like a future 6th guy as a starting pitcher. And we already saw for the relievers. I mean, Strickland, Hidalgo, Miranda, Martins, all at least now 60 overall. So they're looking a little bit better. And then for the closers, Austin Fielder up to a 79. Ken Watts might also make the starting roster next year as well. And Howard O'Neill's not looking too bad. And that's not including, of course, now Galloway, who joins in as a closer. Dominic Wilkes up by 5 points this year from a 68 to a 73. Again, we didn't say he was going to be bad. He's certainly not. Macaulay, of course, broke his leg, so he missed a lot of time this year. As big of a shame as that is. Yeah, that plus 11 contact is insane, by the way. First base. Obviously, here we were looking at Pablo Ramirez. I think he went up by 4. So if you figure, if he goes up by 4 points every single year, by the time he's 28, he might be okay. Maybe. Long way away from seeing Pablo Ramirez, let me tell you. Second base, our focus this year was Corey Wills. He is up to a 51, but no drastic, crazy development from him. Then we go to our shortstops. Fernando Flores, His discipline got worse, but he is up to a 66. And then Calderon up to a 54 now at 20 years old. So he's looking a little bit better. In left, nobody there yet. But in center, Lewis Courtney. Pretty good across the board development. Long way away from being ready. Of course, Hammond will be there next year. And then Gaucho is up to a 50. But, oh my God. Is that really cause for celebration? I don't know. But that is the outlook for our team. I don't think we have to worry too much about, again, team stats. We know what it's going to look like. Let's look at the awards, though, as Pete Alonso wins the NL MVP for the St. Louis Cardinals. AL goes to Mr. Eloy Jimenez over Yordan Alvarez and Rafael Devers. Damn. Cy Young in the AL, second year in a row, it goes to Shane McClanahan. Can't disagree with it. NL, it goes to Hunter Green. Can't really disagree with that either. Look at the Reds, by the way, with Green and Lodolo. Batting title in the NL also goes to a Cincinnati Reds player, and for the second year in a row, it is Tyler Stevenson. AL-wise, Jimenez, the top batting average. Reliever of the year, Brian Abreu. Good for Brian Abreu. Now in the Orioles. NL-wise, Josh Hader. Cincinnati, man. Looking all right. Rookie of the year, Mason Martin of the New York Mets. In the NL and in the AL, Gordon Graceffo, who we could have had in the Rule 5 draft. But again, we elected not to use it. So who shall win the World Series? That is the question. And the answer are the Baltimore Orioles. The Battle of the Birds against the St. Louis Cardinals. Baltimore wins it. Man, they swept New York and then win it in 4 over St. Louis. The O's only losing 1 game en route to a World Series title. Congratulations to Baltimore. I mean, Jesus Christ. Did you really need both of them? Did you really need both of them? Again, the Gonsolin edition for them. Joey Meneses. Damn. The Baltimore Orioles get it done. World Series MVP, TJ Friedl. The former Red with a .533 average in those 5 games. Damn, Mason Martin's in the Pirates farm system, AAA this year. Well, hey, what are we going to do? So that's it. Season 4 comes to a close. And I mean, we look at the highest rated players on the team, like we're starting to get some player development, right? We're getting there. We're getting there. And I'm happy about that. Still, though, we don't have that elite, like undisputed #1 prospect. And I got to be honest, there hasn't been a generational talent yet. Maybe next season is the time.